Hey there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now today I'm going to be sharing my personal story, like my story about how I stopped overthinking. Yes, overthinking was more like a job for me. Like I was literally overthinking. Like have you thought about something like a tiny, just a small thing that or a problem that had to turn to 10 other problems because you made it or you enlarged it because of your thoughts. Like overthinking was actually ruining my peace. I no longer had peace. I was thinking about everything to the point that even what to wear became more like a life and death situation. Like it was as if my whole life was at stake. Like thinking about grades in school, thinking about what to eat. Alright, now how did I finally stop overthinking? First things first, I started writing my thoughts down. Journaling, yes, journaling. Meditation, yes, I meditate. Instead of thinking, I try to find solution. I try to find answers to the problem. I try to find a way of solving the problem instead of expatiating the problem. So I started writing down my thoughts. Okay, um, my friends are beginning to stay away from me. I say that I'm a bad person. Instead of me to start thinking, I'll just try to look for, okay, what did I do? What would warrant them suddenly that change of attitude? And then I write them down. Okay, I need to stop lying. Okay, I need to stop, favoritism. And then I started writing thoughts down, and it helped me a lot. Now another thing is, once I see my thoughts being written down, when I see those thoughts I write down, I realize that most of them don't even make sense. You just gotta flash it down. They don't make sense. Like so don't worth your time and your energy. Yes. Now another thing I did was I gave myself a thinking time limit. Yes. So instead of expatiating a problem and thinking of it throughout the night, I can use just 5 minutes. Yes, 5 minutes to think about it, find the solution, and for what gives me peace. That's the most important thing, your peace. Very important. Don't trade it for anything. So instead of overthinking all day, I gave myself 5 minutes to deliberate on an issue, and once the time was up, I picked myself up and get going like nothing ever happened. Yes. So now, what else did I do? Yes, the next thing I had to do was to stop asking what if. I started asking what is the worst thing that will happen. So if I have that fight with that friend, that toxic friend, what's the worst thing that will happen? Maybe we won't talk anymore. Is it worth it? Yes, then do it. Yes. Overthinking thrives on many what ifs. What if everything goes wrong? What if it doesn't go right? What if my friends hate me? What if my family members find out? What if everybody turn their back against me? What if I get pregnant? What if I get STD? What if? What if? What if? Well, have you asked yourself what's the worst thing that will happen? Yes. What is the worst thing that will happen? So you see, 90% of the time, the worst case scenarios aren't that bad. Yeah, they're not that bad. It's just your brain trying to protect you, but it's becoming too much, too alarming. Yeah. Now the next thing I had to do was I had to focus on what I can control and let go of what I cannot. Like I said, the reason why we overthink is that we're trying to control everything. So instead of trying to control everything, I handle what I can control and then keep the rest for God. Like how we say, do my best and I left the rest for God. It has helped me so far very well. Yes, very, very well. Now I had to also practice do it now instead of overthinking. Yeah, instead of overthinking like for hours or days. Okay, fully when you have an examination or a test, instead of thinking, so if I get 40 now, let's carry over, or if I get 40 now, everybody will laugh at me. Why don't you use that time to read your books and have faith and believe that you're going to pass instead of you to read your brain? I don't know, something. I don't just get it. You start overthinking, you start deliberating on the issue. So imagine I get a 30. I'm going to go back to the previous class. It doesn't make sense. That time you're using to think, why don't you use it to study? And trust me, you're going to do better than you ever imagined. Imagine. Now, action is the enemy of overthinking. I want you to know that. And once you start doing it, your brain stops worrying. Yes. So, action. Stop overthinking. Take action. Like me, I like to think about my career. What exactly is course real for me? And then I'll sit down once with I'll go to the internet. Okay, I love this, I love that, I love doing this, I love that. What do you think? Do you think I should be a teacher? Do you think I should be a nurse? Do you think I should be a mentor? Do you think I should be I will just be thinking. But instead of that, Like I said earlier, write them down. What you love doing, take action. If you've made a decision, you want to be a nurse, go to that school and go doing it. That's just it. Alright. Like when I stopped worrying about things I couldn't change, like my mind became so lighter. Like that burden, I was just relieved of that burden. Like, come on, I'm too old for that. I'm not even going to 60 years and I'm already carrying lots of problems, like things that don't even matter. That's the worst part of it. Alright. Now, how my life changed after I stopped overthinking. Yeah, how my life changed. It actually changed for better. I had peace of mind. I could sleep better. Like my sanity was restored. Like sometimes I could be with people and I'm not there with them. My mind is somewhere else. Like it has traveled far. And then when they're talking to me, and even when I'm in the classroom, I'm thinking of the decision I made or the way I insulted that person. Okay, fine, you insulted that person and you feel guilty about it. Instead of you to go and apologize, you're not thinking, so the person will think I'm a bad person. What if everybody knows I'm a bad person? Oh, I shouldn't have said that word. Yes, now that you felt guilty, go and apologize to that person and you should be relieved of the burdens. Yeah, so actually, before I always feel stressed out, like, you know, indecisive, like I felt anxious. But now I feel more confident. Can't you see? I feel more confident, yeah. And I sleep better and I make fast out decisions, like make very fast without having to process it for millions of days. Now my mind became clearer, my confidence grew, and I stopped wasting time on useless thoughts. Like I don't care. I don't even like I stopped wasting time thinking about things that do not matter. Like, come on. I wrote down a final message. Yes, these are things you should write down. So if you've heard my story and it feels like it's similar to yours, I think you're overthinking and you can stop it. Yes, you can. You can overcome overthinking. And you know, overthinking has a way of procrastinating. Yes, it gives you spirit of procrastination. When you're overthinking, the decision that you're just making in less than a minute, you're going to procrastinate it because you're feeling, what would everybody say about me? What will happen? What if? Instead of what's the worst that can happen. So overthinking actually restored my sanity. Like when I stopped overthinking, my sanity restored. I sleep better. I'm better. Like so now, final message to overthinkers. Like if you were an overthinker like me, or you're still overthinking, or right now you're having overthinking. Now I just wrote down 3 things I want to share with you. First of all, overthinking steals your happiness and time. Like yes, your joy. When you're overthinking, it's another sign of depression, sadness. Especially when what you're thinking about is something not very okay. You're going to be sad, and before you know, you're anyway in that depression, and then your mental health is at stake. So I want you to know that overthinking is a stealer, or is a thief rather. It steals your happiness and even your time. Now the next thing you should know is that most of what you worry about, it won't even happen. You see, that's why I don't stigmatize young girls that are pregnant. Okay, fine, you've gotten pregnant. What's the worst thing that happened? Your parents shouted for you. Your parents might even disown you. But come on, there's still life. Once there's life, there's hope. Once there's life, there's hope. So that's just it. Most of what you worry about won't even happen at the end of the day. So stop worrying, stop overthinking. Then the third thing is take action. Let go of what you can't control. And trust yourself even more. Trust yourself. Tell yourself, I can do this. This is not worth my time. This is not worth my energy. And trust me, you'll feel better and you'll do better. Now, if you're struggling with overthinking, try these steps. Try these steps. Yes, take action now. Stop thinking. Do that thing now. You know you're going to regret it. Don't do it. If you know it's what's going to favor you, do it. If you know it feels like a big deal, but you know deep down you can do it, but you're just afraid of you're just afraid of failure, give it a try. You can. And even if you fail, keep doing it. And trust me, one day, just one day, you will definitely go to succeed. Yeah. Alright. I'm glad you watched this video to the end, and I would be very glad if you already know. Well, I'm glad you learned a lot of things, yes, from this video. And if you're an overthinker or you like I was, I want you to know that you're not alone. Yeah. And sometimes when you're overthinking, when you have some burdens, it's also good to share with people you trust, not people that will mock you, people you trust. Now you can comment. I would like to see your comment in the comment section if you're an overthinker or that thing that has always bothered you, or what you think has helped you in your journey of becoming a better version of yourself. That will help other people. I want you to comment it below. And then don't forget to like this video and share with your family and friends. Share with someone you think you need it. And even if you think they don't need it, just share it to them. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Your Journey to Self-Care. Till I see you next time. Bye.